Well, a very good evening for this Barclaycard English Premier League match between Liverpool and Arsenal from Anfield. Last season, the only team above Liverpool in the Premiership was Arsenal. The team that stopped Liverpool in the FA Cup was Arsenal. And they've already met twice this season with Liverpool yet to win. It's fair to say that Liverpool feel a victory against the champions is long overdue. What a wonderful atmosphere inside Anfield, but let's take a check on the two lineups tonight. One enforced change for Liverpool with Chris Kirkland out for the season. A chance then for Jerzy Dudek to make amends for high-profile errors against Manchester United in yet another centre-stage fixture. Stefan Olszew's back after serving a one-match ban. Jimmy Traore drops to the bench, where he's joined by the fit-again Vladimir Smica. No reason to greatly tamper with a more successful formula, but the return of Olszew and the omission of Traore mean Risa reverts to left-back tonight. Diouf and Giroud continue on the flanks, a position that seems to suit Diouf, with the familiar pair of Heskey and Owen up front. The return from suspension of Ashley Cole coincides with the ban of Martin Keown, and with the exception of Freddie Ljungberg with an Achilles injury, Arsene Wenger's been able to select from pretty much a full squad. One notable selection in midfield with Parler picked ahead of Wiltord. 5 of these players didn't start in the Cup at the weekend, so you can expect Bergkamp and Henry to be pumped up for this one. Seagull partnering Campbell at centre-back, but it's maybe in central midfield where most interest will lie. For Steven Gerrard and Danny Murphy, it's the ultimate test facing World Cup winners Vieira and Gilberto, arguably the strongest twosome in the country. Steven Gerrard pumped up, ready for this one. Liverpool all in red to kick from right to left in this first half. Our referee tonight is Mark Halsey. And we're ready for one of the big matches of the season. Arsenal's trip to Anfield last season, very much the turning point of the campaign. After the Gunners' 2-1 win in December 2001, they didn't lose a single match in the second half of the season. It was 10 months later before they lost again in the Premiership. Curiously, that was also on Merseyside. That was all down to Everton's Wayne Rooney. Perez looking to find Thierry Henry. Pascal Sigon. Thierry Henry, 8 goals in 5 Premiership matches. James Beattie's keeping hot on his tail, but contrast the form of Henry with Aladj Diouf, who's scored on only one of his 17 Premiership appearances for Liverpool this season. Big night for Jerzy Dudek, of course. His first start since the beginning of December. Is Parler. Gilberto. Well, he was retreating from an offside position. A noisy atmosphere, as you'd expect. Liverpool hoping that they have now turned the corner. They have got a cup final against Manchester United to look forward to. But of course the Premiership is the ultimate prize. Here's Diouf. Going up alongside him, jabbed away by Cole as far as Perez. Henry for Cole. It was Aladj Diouf tidying up at the back for Liverpool that time. On for Heskey to chase. Used his strength well. Owen. Oh, and he missed it. Retrieved here by Giroud, the tackle coming in from Lauren. But Michael Owen with the first real chance of the contest. It all emanated from Emil Heskey's power in the air. It's Giroud. It's blocked by Gilberto. And conveniently for Arsenal, it finds Bergkamp, who slips it on for Parla. Round Ancho, looking for Henry. An electrifying start. Well, Michael Owen it was with the first early chance of the match, and Heskey there just shrugging off Pascal Seagot, wriggling away from Ashley Cole. Really inviting centre for Owen. Tonight's other Premiership matches, Fulham leading Manchester City by a 1-0. Steve Malbronk. Here's Diouf on for Owen. Liverpool bubbling at the moment. Diouf charged down by Campbell. Perez, chance to ease the pressure. Here's Murphy. Gerrard. Owen, rather like Liverpool, has struggled to find his best form in recent months. Bergkamp. Here's Ashley Cole. Vieira. Bergkamp. Oh, he just with his shoulder on that Liverpool backline, just looking for any space to run into. Early scare for David Seaman. Murray against Carragher. The form of this man has been really something which epitomises the quality of Arsenal's play this season. 2 hat-tricks he scored against Roma and West Ham. But can Liverpool stop him tonight? Gerrard, great first touch. Risa. Chance to gobble up ground here for Liverpool. Heskey again using his height well, looking to tee it up for Owen. Murphy's there. The champions facing something of an early examination here by Liverpool, who are stroking the ball around very sweetly. Now Fulham 1, Manchester City 1. Former Liverpool player, former Arsenal player, Nicola Anelka, who's equalised. Is Parla. Such relief around Merseyside when Liverpool finally won at Southampton, their first win in 12 Premiership matches. 2 cup ties since. There's Diouf for Carragher. Gerrard. Quality of his passing could be key for Liverpool tonight. It was a lovely ball which Sheru struggled to control. Risa making the most of the situation. Sheru out by Seagon. It's an approach from Liverpool which has got the ground positively pulsating. Liverpool attacking the end behind which the Arsenal supporters are gathered. Lauren. Parla. On here for Bergkamp. Can he pick out a pass for Henry? It's inch perfect. It's Henry. And it's saved by Dudek. It's Perez. And it's 1-0. A classic counter And Bergkamp with the pass of the match so far. Perez following up after Jerzy Dudek had saved from Henry. Such is the quality of this Arsenal side. Look at that. A mesmeric pass from Bergkamp, curling in behind the defender, and Liverpool after that were always struggling. Henry's pace, credit to Dudek initially, but Perez following up has put the champions in front. Perez. Parler and Bergkamp waiting in the middle. Henry might not need any of them. Dudek with another important stop from Liverpool's point of view. But Henry threaded his way between 3 or 4 Liverpool defenders there. Perez to take. Gamble, smacked by Henry. Here's Parler. Bergkamp. Vieira's up. There's Perez. Plenty of blue shirts forward still here for Arsenal, who win another corner. Campbell inevitably and ominously striding forward into the Liverpool area. It's come here for Parler. Nicely worked here for Risa if he can keep it in. From Ray Parler for the late challenge on Bruno Shearer. Gerrard. Vieira. Perez. Gilberto. Bergkamp. First time. Great ball again, and Ray Parler trying to take it in his stride. The quality of Bergkamp's passing at times, it's a little bit beyond belief. He only needs one opportunity and he provides the killer pass. Juve delayed too long and was quickly hustled off it by Patrick Vieira. And it's Juve, African Player of the Year for the second time in a row. Flicked on by Murphy. Pesky is ready to poach. Murphy. Shearer. In towards Owen. Glanced away by Ashley Cole for a Liverpool corner. Couldn't afford to take any chances behind Owen.
Message for Jill Williams. Contact the nearest steward, please. Jill Williams.
Five in the area. Gerrard outside. Less said about that, the better, I think. Well, here's the goal once again, and just look at the quality of that pass from Bergkamp. Perez following up, getting there ahead of his Liverpool defenders. 1-0 to Arsenal in the Barclaycard English Premier League. This is Ancho. It's back after serving his suspension today. Risa. But, just curling out away from Bruno Shearer. picked ahead of Sylvain Wiltord for his tenacious qualities. He was actually sent off 3 times last season, Wade Parler. Bearing in mind the fractious nature of the contest between these two in recent years, well, let's hope we end up with 22 players on the pitch. Fourth round of the Cup last year. Keown, Bergkamp and Carragher all dismissed. But the contest has been competitive, without being dirty or nasty. Gilberto to Vieira. Pires. Liverpool haven't won at Anfield in the Premiership since the beginning of November against West Ham. And with Champions League places still very much up for grabs, then they desperately need to convert some of these home matches. The flag had stayed down there. Only finding Gilberto. Bergkamp, beautiful turn away from Gerrard, picks a brilliant pass to Henry. Immediately smothered by Sami Hyypiä. Long searching ball which Heskey will chase. To international colleagues. It's the defender, Sol Campbell, who comes out on top in that duel. Two of the toughest characters around. Cole for Pires. Good movement by Cole. Excellent movement by Bergkamp. Liverpool on full alert. Stefan also turning it behind for another Arsenal corner. And Arsenal seem to prize open this Liverpool defence and find gaps with rather alarming regularity from the home side's point of view. Vieira! The referee's disallowed it. It won't stand for pushing. Arsenal so close to being 2 up there. There's the push on Sami Hyypiä. Giroud and Dudek beaten on the line. Vieira now snapping at the heels of Murphy to set Arsenal off in pursuit of a second goal. Parler. There's a little bit of contact between Carragher and Vieira there as well. Patrick Vieira doesn't score too many. He's been denied his second goal of the season for the little push there on Hyypiä. How much of a contact was it, though? It was fairly slight. Whether it made a significant difference to whether Hyypiä would have got there or not. Certainly Gerard Houllier would have been most unhappy should that have stood in the light of his comments on Francis Jeffers and Liverpool's quest for the title being thwarted by the Gunners. No foul. It's the opening period for Jerzy Dudek. He's done well in the air. Perhaps less well on the ground. Vieira. There you see the determined nature of Emil Heskey. Chance for Michael Owen, flags down, it's Owen! Saved by the legs of Seaman. And Liverpool keep the pressure on. Gerrard! Straight at David Seaman. Saving from two England colleagues. And Michael Owen onside there. Scampering between the Arsenal backline. But David Seaman closing down the angles well. Dennis Bergkamp, who's produced the one true quality moment so far. Diouf. Diouf against goal. Keep your eyes on that particular battle tonight. Perez has understood the run of Dennis Bergkamp and Ray Parlour just ahead of him. Here's Murphy for Liverpool. Great ball looking for Elhadj Diouf. Two in the middle. Beyond both of them, Lawrence Eder. Beyond Sheru. Perez giving it straight back to Liverpool. Risa. Two important stops then from David Seaman. As Michael Owen turned inside Sol Campbell. David Seaman just making himself as big a presence as possible. I'm sure won't have gone unnoticed by this man, Sven-Göran Eriksson, the England coach. 39 years old, David Seaman. Everybody wondering whether David Seaman might be the goalkeeper in England's lineup against Australia at Upton Park on February the 12th. As with Jerzy Dudek at the other end, I guess a goalkeeper's lot is always a more difficult one. Any errors are quickly pounced on and very highly publicised. This man with the only goal of the game so far. Vieira. Parlour. Campbell. Bergkamp. Just ahead of Ray Parlour here. Doesn't find him. It's Risa. Murphy. Again, Vieira closing down his opponent so quickly. Sheru. Gerrard. West Ham 0, Blackburn 1. Dwight York the scorer. Out off goal for another Liverpool corner. John Olorisa's going across to take it. And swing it in towards Arsenal's goal. West Ham will be Liverpool's next opponents this weekend. Risa to curl it in. Smacked by Gerrard. Murphy providing movement ahead. Risa and Sheru down the near flank. Great pass from Gerrard, finding Carrick. This is Owen. Gerrard. Tremendous pace. Look at that, two in the middle. Here's Bergkamp. Once a moment where the instant control wasn't there for Dennis Bergkamp, but look at that for determination. It's Lauren. Only as far as Vieira. Vieira again. Campbell. Lauren trying to prevent an immediate counter-attack here from Liverpool. Sheru. Well, the quality of the competitive play from both of these two sides is terrific. Both really stuck into this, both hugely determined to win it. Look at this burst of acceleration from Thierry Henry. Completely past both Ancho and Carragher. The ball perhaps a little too hard in the end for Dennis Bergkamp. Bergkamp, lovely passing. Seagon's header. Pires. Henry to the left, immediately pulling off the shoulder of Stéphane Ancho. Henry from an acute angle, and Dudek has to turn it round. He glanced into the middle, Thierry Henry, but there was no other option, and Dudek forced to make the save. From this sort of position that Patrick Vieira headed into the net last time. He's in a similar position. And this time it's Seagon cleared off the line. Gilberto and Bergkamp. And it's a goal kick. Bruno Sheru back there for Liverpool.
A message for Gary.
Seagon with the header. The position of Sheru on the post was enough to turn away that goal-bound effort from Pascal Seagon. Liverpool with El Hadj Diouf and Bruno Sheru stationed on the posts. Quality of Arsenal's attacking play, and shown by that statistic, all 6 of their efforts on goal have been on target. Pires, Parla, just a little flick there for Patrick Vieira. Here's Murphy for Gerrard. Handball given. Henry, space and time to turn, then to release Bergkamp. Look across it, the linesman shows the flag raised. Well, a very tight one. Murphy. Gerrard's burst through the middle here. Brilliant pass from Murphy, and Gerrard almost picked out on a sixpence. Tremendous vision from Murphy. Nearly the perfect execution. He's one of those ever reliable players for Liverpool this season, Danny Murphy. He's only missed one Premiership match up at Newcastle. Ski looking for the quick ball into Owen. And this time Arsenal are onside, and it's Thierry Henry round Dudek and just wide. He went flat out for that, Thierry Henry. And again, he was onside. Good decision by the officials. You fancy him in those sort of circumstances, but maybe some credit is due for Jerzy Dudek for forcing Henry out wide. Looking to make it 6 consecutive Premiership matches with a goal, Thierry Henry. Risa. Heskey tried to take a swing. Shearer jabs it on, only as a bit of a gift there for Bergkamp. Parler running onto it. Oof, how about that for coolness? Risa. Perez for Bergkamp. Vieira's coming forward as well here. It's Vieira. Never really caught that as he wanted, but again, the presence of Arsenal's midfield men in their opponent's penalty box, one of the main reasons they score so many goals. They have more goals at home, more goals away than any other team in the top flight. Parler and Murphy just getting in a tangle. This man a constant threat. Parler. Gilberto. Robert Pires. Bergkamp. And Henry again having to go wide of Dudek. Good save by the goalkeeper. Seagulls again forward. And, the referee felt the ball had gone out and then in again. Michael Owens had the best chances for Liverpool. The goal against Villa the other week, his first in 10 Premiership matches. Liverpool having lost so many of their matches home and away in the last few months, but they have drawn their last 3 at home. Crumb of comfort, perhaps. Pires. This is Cole. Vieira. Arsenal's record of scoring in the top flight. Now they've only failed to score in one of their last 64. Always gives them a chance. Henri, Perez. Almost deflected kindly. Perez! They love playing football, and you can see it all over their faces. Came back there off Huppier and sat up well for Perez. Owen turning against Sigon, finding Diouf, and a free kick a little bit late in coming, but it comes eventually. John Alarisa floated one onto the head of Emil Heskey to give them all 3 points at St Mary's the other week. Not a dissimilar position, maybe slightly further infield. And Heskey and Huppier were the two going for that one as well. Campbell might have just used his arms on the shoulders of Emil Heskey a little there. There was no real appeal from the Liverpool players. Carragher, Sigon, Vieira, tackled by Murphy. Diouf quickly forward. It's through the legs of Campbell. It's Michael Owen for Liverpool, and it's saved by Seaman again. 3 very presentable chances for Michael Owen in this first half. And David Seaman right to the edge of his 6-yard box to again narrow the angle and make Owen really have to provide a pinpoint shot into the corner, which wasn't forthcoming. Heskey for Murphy. Well, strikers do go through periods where they simply can't score and they lose that magic touch in front of goal. They seemed to catch it well enough, but just didn't get the placement that perhaps at the start of the season he might well have found. Perez, 2 against 1 on the left for Arsenal. Cole. Cole trying to cut inside his man. He's drawn the free kick from Elhadj Diouf. And they've had some tussles at the other end. Gloved figure of Thierry Henry, carefully placing it, 5 to aim at in the middle. And none of them quite over there. And he really does think he can score from any angle. Ian Rush, of course, is the man who's been brought in with Liverpool to try and help their strikers regain their scoring touch. Seemed to work with Emil Heskey the other week, but well, maybe a bit more work for Michael Owen on the training ground. That's all he can do. It will return, I'm sure. He has way too much quality for the absence of goals to cause him an ongoing problem. Well, there, Alaj Diouf has to be really careful. The referee goes across, Sion with a very strong challenge. Liverpool maintain the momentum, but now the referee's going to pull it back, and I think there could be a yellow card or two here. Seagull went in with one particularly late challenge. Now then, what colour card? It should be yellow, surely. Mark Halsey, the referee, tried to play a good advantage for Liverpool there, but Seagull a little reckless after Alaj Diouf had been really hustling Ashley Cole. No foul. And then here you see the foul from Seagull going in low and hard on Bruno Cheyrou. He might, you know, be lucky to get away with a yellow there. Seemed to be two-footed. By Ori. Heskey's flick. It's Owen. This time deflected off Seagull for a corner. Heskey's won several of those. Did Seagull get a touch on it? He didn't think so. Michael Owen, though, has won a corner, which Risa takes. Heskey! Not far off. Climbed really well. To be fair, they had Robert Pires stationed on the post. Just a minute or so of the regulation 45. Arsenal leading in the Barclaycard English Premier League by a goal to nil, scored by Robert Pires. Murphy gets another chance, courtesy of the referee. Gerrard has Bergkamp breathing down his neck. We're on with a calm header back to his goalkeeper. David Seaman perhaps giving a clear signal to England's management that he's still at the peak of his powers. Cheyrou. Cole away for Arsenal.
There will be a minimum 1 minute added time. A minimum of 1 minute in the first half.
You can probably hear the announcement in the background. 1 minute of added time. I'd argue as well that young Chris Kirkland might have been another of the contenders for the goalkeeping jersey for England. Two French managers today, and Arsène Wenger will come up against the Premiership's third French manager at the weekend when Arsenal take on Fulham and Jean Tigana. Diouf. Seagull was quick to see the danger. And there goes the half-time whistle. A goal from Robert Pires, thanks to a quite glorious pass from Dennis Bergkamp that opened it up. Henry's shot charged down by Dudek, falling comfortably for Robert Pires with his 6th league goal of the season. Vieira's had a header disallowed, a push on Hupia. Seagull's header off the line by Cheyrou. And there have been 3 presentable chances for Michael Owen, all of which have been squandered. So at half-time at Anfield, it's Liverpool 0, Arsenal 1.
This weekend, the top 16 teams from around the world try to outdo each other for skill, pace and endurance. Live, the IRB World Sevens Tournament from Brisbane starts today at 1, Fox Sports 2. This weekend from the Premier League, the action kicks off with another London derby. Tigger's Fulham travel across the capital to face league leaders Arsenal in the Sunday morning match at 1:55.
Oh, what about that?
12:45 Monday morning. Glenn Roeder and the hapless Hammers are in for another tough battle at Upton Park as the red half of Merseyside march into town, determined to turn around their recent poor league form.
That's brilliant!
Then at 3, Graham Taylor's Villains look to give their claret and blue faithful something to cheer about at Villa Park as they take on a confident Rovers outfit whose focus is now well and truly back on the Premiership.
What a terrific goal!
First up, Sunday, Arsenal-Fulham. Then on Monday, West Ham-Liverpool, followed by Aston Villa-Blackburn.
Are you ready to fall in love?
Come on, loosen up.
In February, Fox 8's pressing all your buttons
It's good for sex, right?
and fulfilling all your desires.
That's right, baby.
Make it with Fox 8 exclusives, Chain Reaction, Andromeda, and
I have it on tape.
All is Fair When Love is War.
You look like a woman.
Uncover an all-new series of cheaters.
I didn't realize it was a man.
On February 14th,
I got something really special planned for Valentine's Day.
we're delivering the best in romantic comedy
This is a huge deal.
with love-struck episodes of King of Queens, Futurama, Two Guys and a Girl, and That 70s Show.
I love your little butt, Eric.
And in the ultimate kiss-off, score 4 Simpsons back-to-back.
don't have goodies.
Plus,
Hope you enjoy it.
be seduced by premiere episodes of Earth's Final Conflict, The Pretender, and Roswell
I'm like giving you my last shred of dignity.
in February.
It's all you can eat!
And it's all here on Fox 8.
Congratulations to Fox Sports' Adam Gilchrist on winning the Allan Border Medal and our one-day Cricketer of the Year.
Well, he just doesn't hit sixes. They're almost worth 12.
What a season. What a player. Well done, Gilly, a true sporting champion.
And Juve trying to keep warm. Liverpool started the first half very sharply, very brightly, and seemed to have Arsenal under pressure. That was until the breakaway goal and that immaculate pass of Dennis Bergkamp's. Liverpool had kept 3 clean sheets in succession ahead of this one tonight. No changes in personnel, by the way. Parler's cross. Gilberto up against Emil Heskey. Fouled by the Brazilian. Arsenal's last Premiership defeat back in early December, and of course there were all those claims at the start of the campaign that they thought they might even go unbeaten for the whole of the season. They seem to have managed to regain that confidence. Charlton 0, West Brom 1. Sorry, Charlton 1, West Brom 0. Sean Bartlett scoring for Charlton. That match being played at the Hawthorns tonight. So West Ham looking to gain ground at the bottom after defeats last night for Bolton and Sunderland. Vieira. Parler. Lauren. Next his international retirement fairly recently. Seagon. His header was cleared off the line in the first half. Vieira, who did put the ball in the net, only to be disallowed for a push on Huppier. Cole, driven in low and hard, and it's whipped back in by Thierry Henry. There's a focus in Thierry's play at times. No second thoughts. Just hit it and try and test the goalkeeper. Vieira finding Palm. Lifted on to Perez. Out for Bergkamp. Always an option. Here's Perez. Cole. Henry. Great feet. Great quick feet from Thierry Henry. Three waiting at the far post. Corner. Just look at the way he just cuts inside both Hyypiä and Osho. Perez this time. Dudek's lost it, and it's squeezed away for another corner. Well, he thought he was fouled. That's one of those which you expect your goalkeeper to cling onto. He rather lost it and was rather thankful to Emil Heskey for turning it away. Vieira as far as Parla. Parla, Henry. Gilberto. Oh. Rare mistake. Gilberto from that midfield position where, curiously, he's not had a yellow card at all in the Premiership this season. I don't know how many central midfielders you could say that about. Risa, chance for Liverpool, saved by Seaman. And Campbell tidying up. One of the best Liverpool chances. Fell to John Arne Risa, who pushed up that left flank. There he is again, just slipping. Retrieved by Sheru. Juve's in there. David Seaman is absolutely fuming at the moment. Arsenal try to reorganise themselves defensively. Liverpool want to take a quick one. And it's across here for Heskey. Risa hits it, it's Gerrard. And still Arsenal protest. Vieira is absolutely incensed. And Patrick Vieira having words with his colleagues. One, I think, was injured in the process there. Mark Kelsey didn't blow, and Liverpool nearly prized open an Arsenal defence for an equaliser. Shearer. There by Hyypiä. Here's Murphy. Owen. He's in behind Lauren. Great recovery. Now Heskey. And Risa! Stunning! A fabulous equaliser for Liverpool from their Norwegian fullback, John Arne Risa. They don't hit him much harder than this boy. It all stemmed from Michael Owen's breakaway. Heskey waited and watched, teed it up, and bang! Risa drilled it low and hard beyond Seaman's hand into the bottom corner. And when this guy's got his shooting boots on, well, He doesn't take any prisoners. Fabulous equaliser. Hurpia forward. Seagull underneath it. Gerrard. Here's Risa. When you look at the transfer activity of Gerard Houllier, some purchases have not quite worked out. But Risa certainly has. Liverpool's 41st match of the season. Now, was there a push there by Campbell? Yes, there was. And it's a Liverpool free kick right on the goal line. Campbell just using his shoulder to take Michael Owen out of it, almost like an ice hockey shoulder charge. Slamming Owen against the boards. What can they conjure up here? Beyond Hurpia, out by Perez. Gerrard looking to force it forward, and Arsenal breaking at pace. Bergkamp in possession. Given away. Mistake by Murphy. Vieira looking for Henry. Arsenal have lost this season at Everton, Southampton and Manchester United. They are fallible. They also face Manchester United in the next round of the FA Cup. Liverpool could have an equally mouth-watering tie against Leeds. Carragher available in support as well. Throw given. Gerrard. Looking for Heskey. Seagull. Gilberto. Heading into the path of Ray Parlour. Good advantage played by the referee again there. Bergkamp. Parlour. All a bit congested in centre field. Parlour. Of Campbell, Vieira, Henry. Tackle was a good, strong one by Gerrard. Here's Juve. Going to put Seagull under pressure. Former Lille defender clearing well. Gilberto, Perez. The sense that all of these players would give blood for a victory tonight. Slip by Murphy. Gilberto. Parlour. Lauren. Vieira. Cole is making ground on the left. Henry. Perez. Bergkamp. Cole has popped up there. It's back with Bergkamp. Bergkamp deflected and in. Arsenal are back in front, and it's Dennis Bergkamp. Dudek left stranded. They were almost queuing up for it at one point. But Bergkamp here, striking it, and it clipped the underside of the boot of Stefan Orsho, I think. And bounced over the hapless Jerzy Dudek. They're off the heel of Orsho. And Dudek was left stranded. 2-1 to Arsenal. Henri holding off two challenges. Gilberto improvising well. Perez, glorious football from Arsenal. 2 against 1 here. Henri trying to slip it in for Parla. Dudek clears. They're looking for an exhibition goal, it would seem. Well, Gerrard and Gilberto entangled in the referee just sorting those two out, just off the ball here. Liverpool allowed to progress with Heskey and Cheru. Dennis Bergkamp with his second league goal of the season. So, there's a tackle from El Hadj Diouf, who's probably had one too many of those. Only really rivaled by the Baby Pelly and George Weah in winning successive African Player of the Year awards. Yellow card for El Hadj Diouf. Now the referee sorting out that earlier scuffle between Gilberto and Steven Gerrard. Tempo's running high. Steven Gerrard almost looks as if he's got a black eye already. Diouf running into Gilberto, who was accused of pushing. It's a little spat which you hope is going to be kept under control. Heskey, 2 in the middle. Here's Danny Murphy. El Hadj Diouf. And an immediate flag. It was very organised defending by Arsenal. Clever ball looking for Ashley Cole. On by Gerrard. Gilberto's header. Cole. Perez. Gilberto. Liverpool maybe bringing a substitute on shortly. Vieira momentarily losing it. Then it goes off Gilberto. Cheru trying to curl it into the path of Heskey. Henri. Diouf. Crunching tackle coming in from Cole. Strong but fair. Carragher with the throw here for Liverpool. They've got to come from behind again. It's Owen. Gerrard. Shouldn't too much of that to Cole, I think. And Gerrard is just getting a little overheated at times here. He's already been in trouble with the authorities this season. Faces a charge of violent conduct for a tackle on Gary Naismith, and he'll appear before the FA early next week, a charge he denies, by the way. Here Liverpool bringing on the fit again Vladimir Smitsa in place of Bruno Cheroux. Smitsa, who's just back from a calf injury. Cheroux's gone to the left side of Liverpool's midfield, like for like with Cheroux. Heskey's flick, off Seagull. Gerrard. Clever use of the width of this Anfield pitch. Here's Murphy. Smitsa's first touch. Heskey. Brave header away by Seagull. Almost had the boot of Michael Owen in his head. Ori delays the pass for Bergkamp. Bergkamp teasing and tormenting. And Ori saved by Dudek. What a crucial stop that could be. He still hasn't scored today. Something of a rarity in itself. The way that Bergkamp went around Stefan Orsho there to set up the opportunity was terrific. Wonderful skill. Murphy comes away with it. Just a hit and hope, really. And Juve's header putting Campbell under pressure. Yoshi Dudek with a big point to prove today. Good reflexes. Heskey, Murphy, still holding strong for now. Vieira, Bergkamp turning away from Hyypiä, and somehow regaining it from Risa before being fouled by Sami Hyypiä. Tremendously quick-brained Dennis Bergkamp, and here's Thierry Henry taking a quick free kick. Lauren. Signon. Perez. Spurs 0, Newcastle 1. A goal in the last minute from Jermaine Jenas. Scored their winner against Bolton last week. It's Cole. Arsenal's ball. Perez. Space down the other side now for Lauren. Parlour. Vieira. Liverpool standing off him a little bit there, but as opposed to shooting, he was trying to knock it through for Thierry Henry. Closed down very quickly. There's Parler. West Ham 2, Blackburn 1, Jermaine Defoe. Significance of that, of course, if West Ham register their first home win of the season. Maybe it's a turning point for them this campaign. Gilberto. Murphy. Here's Owen. Suman. Arsenal trying to control the game now. Vieira, Bergkamp, space on the left for Cole. Vieira in the middle. And away by Aladj Diouf for an Arsenal corner. We've seen a willingness from both left-backs tonight to push downfield. Two centre-backs forward here for Arsenal. Top of Liverpool head. It's another corner. Arsenal's 10th of the match. Dennis Bergkamp's goal at the moment, separating these two sides in the multi-card English Premier League. Vieira. Arsenal maintain the pressure. Gilberto. Henry. Seems to have nowhere to go. Goal kick given. Such a Thierry Henry's standards now that he gets frustrated if he doesn't score a couple of goals a match. Smeater on the end of this ball for Liverpool. Lauren knocking it away. Liverpool want to bring on Salif Diao. Will come on in place of Danny Murphy.
Liverpool substitution coming up. Liverpool's number 21.
So Danny Murphy
leaving the field, number 13. Danny
replaced
Murphy
by Salif Diao, the other of the Senegalese players in the Liverpool squad now. A full-time score at Main Road tonight, 4-1 to Manchester City against Fulham. Fulham, Arsenal's next opponents. Risa produced one equaliser. Here, Diouf. Rather daft from Diouf. Now Liverpool looking to bring on Milan Baros as they press in search of an equaliser. Confirmation of the full-time score at Upton Park. West Ham 2, Blackburn 1. The Hammers' first home win of the season, and we're nearly into February. Great relief for Glenn Roeder, I'm sure, after that 6-0 drubbing against Manchester United in the FA Cup. Forward by Gerrard. Diouf. Perez. Good stretch by Vieira. And an equally good through ball here for Thierry Henry, who's onto it in a flash. He used his arm. Now the change to be made by Liverpool. There you see how it came off the right hand of Thierry Henry. So El Diouf replaced now by Milan Baros. The last throw of the die it is by Gerard Houllier. Liverpool with 3 out-and-out strikers. Heskey being flanked by Baros on the right and Owen on the left. Here's Baros. Away by Camp. Ancho. Gilberto. Henry. Bergkamp. There's Parler to his right. Lauren immediately going up on the overlap here for Arsenal. Now they have the lead. They're not committing as many midfield players into their opponent's penalty area. Vieira. Get away from 2. Gilberto. Oh, well hit, well saved by Dudek. Gilberto's not scored a league goal yet for Arsenal. His first goal of any sort for them was against Liverpool in the Charity Shield, as it's now known, the Community Shield. Parler. Lauren. There's a patience about Arsenal in these sorts of positions. When you have the ball, your opponents can't score. Liverpool's ball. No Arsenal changes just yet. If there's no appearance from Sylvain Wiltord, it'll be the first match that he's not participated in. He's the only player who can train that record so far this season. Jarrell. Swept out this time for Carragher. A touch from Jarrell, just took it away from Heskey. Show. Baros. João. Liverpool continuing to probe at this Arsenal rearguard. Vieira. Again, the movement of Henry ahead pulled Liverpool's defenders one way, enabling Arsenal to raid down the right. Change about to be made by Arsenal, and Dennis Bergkamp is being replaced by Oleg Luzhny.
Arsenal substitution, leaving the field number 10. Dennis Bergkamp coming on for Arsenal, number 22.
Has a ring of shutting up shop about it. Stretch from Seagot. Cole can't prevent the throw. And around the grounds there is a sense of anxiety. Turpia right alongside David Seaman. Zhao looking for Baros, and 5 feet there from Milan Baros, still catching now. Phil Thompson up on his feet, animated, excited. Gerard Houllier calm and thoughtful. Who've transformed their respective clubs. Always won a throw. Signals from Arsene Wenger. Wonderful skill from Henry. Cole. Another little cameo of the quality in Arsenal's play. At Liverpool more intent on a more direct route. It's Parler. Neatly turned away from his man, Gerrard. And again. Gerrard looking to ping the passes all around Anfield. He's found a good one to Baros this time. A sliding challenge from Sol Campbell, and a corner is given.
Officials indicated a minimum of 3 minutes added time.
3 minutes of added time. 3 minutes for Liverpool to get a second equaliser. Salif Zhao. And a chance and a goal! It's Emil Heskey! An amazing comeback by Liverpool! Arsenal's match here last season proved to be a turning point in their campaign, and you have to wonder whether Emil Heskey's header has swung the tide the other way this season. The ball floated back here. Salif Zhao's cross, and Heskey anchored his feet, picked his spot, and headed firmly into the corner. Argue that maybe the happiest man in the ground right now is Sir Alex Ferguson. Baros in a tussle there with Seagot. Seagot has been booked. But the referee just allowing Liverpool to take a free kick. And what a story it would be if they go on to score a third goal now. Arsene Wenger almost on the edge of his seat. Risa and Gerrard stood over it. 5 in the area for Liverpool. It's Gerrard, and it's turned towards goal by Michael Owen, who claims a corner. Riveting end to the match. You cannot afford to take your eyes off this one. Liverpool throwing just about everybody forward. It's finished 2-2, and in the battle of the two French managers, it's Arsène Wenger who'll feel that victory was snatched away. Emile Heskey with a header into added time, and referee Mark Halsey awarding Liverpool a somewhat contentious corner that led to that equalising goal. Robert Pires had given Arsenal a 1-0 half-time lead. Cracking shot from John Arne Riise to equalise at 1-1. Bergkamp restored the advantage. Heskey with the dramatic late conclusion, and it's finished at Anfield 2-2.
This program proudly brought to you by Guinness. The best things in life are black and whites.